Good morning and welcome to your Wednesday's early morning intuitive guidance. And as I was thinking about it, I almost said Thursday, and then no, we'd be eating turkey. Of course, we're having ham. Nonetheless, happy Wednesday. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. We have a lovely card for today that I think is going to be soothing to many people. I know it was kind of like, oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. So we'll give it a minute as people find me and pop on. Hope your Wednesday's off to a good start. And as for us, our good start usually starts with the breath. Good morning, Jo Neal. Welcome. Glad you are here. You're the first one on. So in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just enjoying how that feels. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good morning, Cindy. Just wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Listen to the grinding in your neck. All that good stuff. Just getting ourselves loose and flexible. Flexible's our key, right? In through the nose, out through the mouth. There's a feeling that I want to try to create today for all of us. And I think it'll dovetail beautifully with the card. And I want it to be like that pleasant anticipation. A pleasant anticipation. So I want you to think about when you were a little kid and it was Christmas Eve and you're going to bed and you know in the morning Santa will have come. That feeling of anticipation. At this stage of my life, I probably will mellow that out a little bit. Good morning, Gwen. Glad you're here. So it's not so frenetic, but that anticipation that good things are coming. Good things are coming. Let's breathe into that. That was a long one. Another one. Good things are coming. Adjusting your lenses accordingly so that when those good things are there, you can actually see them. Good morning, Barb. Glad you're here. Welcome. So our card for today comes from the Sacred Forest deck by Denise Lynn. I was marveling at this woman's productivity. Good morning, Mel. Glad you're here. Between courses she offers and card decks she creates and all the stuff in her life, I just think she's so prolific and wise. So the subtitle on this one, 52 cards to open energy portals of a higher dimension. Is that not exactly where we're going? Opening energy portals of a higher dimension. And I'm reading The Chalice and the Blade, and she talks about that in there. And I was also watching one of the astrologers I watch, Amanda Ellis. Hadn't watched anything of hers in ages, but someone had sent me one. My friend Sarah had sent me one. Good morning, Beth. Glad you're here. Welcome to those that I missed saying hello to, because I see we're up to my magic number 8. Fabulous. This tag has got to go. Anywho, squirrel. All of these sources, and remember, your information can come from disparate sources. You might pick up a piece of your puzzle over here reading a book. You might pick up a piece of your puzzle over here hearing two people have a conversation. Maybe it's someone you took a class from. Maybe it's something you read on the inside of a candy wrapper. Who knows? Our messengers can be vast and varied. So this particular messenger, this message, it kind of dovetails beautifully with some of the stuff I was reading, seeing, hearing yesterday around our up-leveling, our growth, our change, that we need a long lens into history to see patterns, that they are there, they are absolutely there, and they are predictive. And then we can, what's the word I want to use? Well, the little stone that presented itself to me today, let me show you. It's actually made out of clay, but wish. What is it that we'd like to see? What is it that we are leaning into, right? So, sacred forest, beautiful door, gotta love it. Our card for today is kind of cheeky and fun, I think. Toadstools. Growth. Toadstools. Yep. So I'll move it closer. And look at the look on her face. She's kind of got that Mona Lisa magnanimous sort of look on her face. Love that. So let's see what it says. Toadstools. Growth. Though the forest floor looks sedate, beneath the surface a kind of enchantment is occurring. Think about that. Enchantment. What a great word for what's unfolding. Enchantment is occurring as the mushrooms grow and wait. Then, when conditions are right, there is an explosion of toadstools throughout the woods. Have you ever been out there when that happens? Good morning, Diane. Glad to have you here. One day, behind the motel, I'd be walking the dog, no mushrooms. Next day, I'd be out there and they were erupting all over the place because conditions were just right. That's what we're working on right now. Allowing conditions to be just right. Good morning, Catherine. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Conditions to be just right that things can unfold. Things can unfold. Some people talk about it as a tipping point. When there's enough people of like mind, something can unfold. So what would we like our like mind to be? Let's see what else comes up in here. It happens fast. It seems magical, yet preparations have been long occurring out of eyesight. The fairies and elves rejoice and even dance in little fairy rings. Things that have been incubating beneath the surface are going to be coming to fruition. So let me show you the picture again. Yes, absolutely. And notice at her elbow there's a butterfly, beautiful butterfly. Lots of flowers, can't go wrong with flowers. Tree trunks, all good stuff. Get clear on your goals and dreams because rapid growth is ahead. Be ready. So it's like we're preparing for moving forward. Good morning, Holly. Glad you are here. Haven't seen you in ages. Toadstools, growth. That's what we're working on today. For these projects to come to fruition, you must first be starkly honest about what you want. So let's take a moment, shall we, and ask ourselves, is this what I really want? And believe in miracles. Believe in miracles. Let go of the idea that it has to be this linear process that our brains are in charge of. Nope. This is co-creating with the divine. This is the divine unfolding. This is our heart and soul work, not our head work. Remember, I keep repeating. Your head, your logic, your reason does not get to drive the bus. Heart and soul drives the bus. Logic then steps in and helps the unfolding. All right. Ask yourself, is this what I really want? And believe in miracles. If you haven't ever done a Pinterest secret board, they are so much fun. So you set up a board the same way you'd set up a board, but you can make it so nobody sees it but you. So then you can feel free to put all sorts of things on there. Usually I just kind of, past sentence. Yes, absolutely. Surrender and breathe. Breathe and allow. Perhaps this past sadness is coming up right now for you to take another look at it. And again, when we seem to be revisiting something, know that it's that spiral. We are not in the same place as we revisited. It's a different us coming to that particular meeting. And I'm going to call it a meeting. You're greeting that PTSD. What do you have for me this time? What am I to pay attention to? What am I looking at? What am I feeling? What's being called for? And yes, surrender into the breath. Let's do that together. Oh, and I feel the need here. All right. A little bit of tapping in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, Out through the mouth. I greet my PTSD. I greet these symptoms. I understand there's a connection. Something is coming up for me to re-examine it. I'll breathe my way through what it feels like. Good morning, Nancy. And I'll discern. I'll be curious. I'll sit down beside this PTSD and ask it what it has for me this time around. Very similar to how we were talking about cancer yesterday. This cancer, my walk with cancer, not my battle with cancer, my walk with cancer. What is it here to tell me? What do I need to know? What is this dis-ease in my body signaling? Back to our card. Toadstools, growth. Believe in miracles. Also, in the time ahead, you might discover a spiritual guru or step into a new spiritual path. And I will do my classic thing with guru. There's no one out there that knows more than you do about you and what you are here for and what your path is. Good morning, Linda. Welcome. Don't denigrate your own knowing because someone has letters after their name or the newest, latest, shiniest way to find enlightenment, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean you don't avail yourself of things that are out there, but keep in mind, you're still driving your bus. Do not turn your bus over for someone else to drive. You are driving your bus. And I know sometimes that's kind of scary. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. You might find that you are providing expansive spiritual growth to others simply by being who you are. You know those people who walk in the room and it's like, oh, they're here. And it's just that feeling of they complete a puzzle. They've got that energy about them that's just lovely. Enjoy it. Be that. We need more of that. Make sure that your foundations are in place. And when I read this the first round through for myself, thinking about what would I like to share on this, I was tapping my feet on the ground like, okay, yeah, grounded, rooted, foundation building. All right, let's see here. Make sure that your foundations are in place because once this growth begins, you will be in for the journey of a lifetime. So, in the famous words of the scientist on Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. Here we go. And again, it might be the other image that I get is Harry Potter when he gets on that weird bus that squishes itself and there's like the shrunken head that's driving the bus. That kind of a ride. It might be, but it gets us from here to where we are going. So we hold on and we arrive. And surrender. Surrender to the ride. Surrender to the ride. So now it's talking about mushrooms. Fungi are ancient and were the first organisms to leave the water and initiate life on Earth 1.3 billion years ago. Just a blink of an eye ago. In the forest, their interconnected filament-like roots provide protein-rich food and life for the entire forest. This seemingly humble ancestor for the toadstool is so essential that none of our native conifers would survive without the life-giving qualities of their roots. So these innocuous little organisms are key to growth, are key to survival. We have all kinds of stuff that's like that. Think about water. You look at a glass of water and you're less than impressed, right? What would happen without the water? Nothing. Nothing. There would be nothing without the water. Have that appreciation, that awe about what all water does, what all these toadstools do, what all little bitty things. It matters. It matters a lot. And our appreciation also matters. Let's see. Their ability to grow and survive throughout all time speaks of your ability to grow and thrive. Good morning, Terry. Glad you're here. Welcome. No matter what life brings, we have the ability to grow and thrive. And I was going to say, in spite of what happens to us. No, because of what happens to us. And it's happening for us, not to us. So when something seemingly shitty is unfolding, ask yourself, what am I meant to learn from this? What is the message within this messenger? And again, some of those messengers are messy. You know, your roof gets too much snow on it and it caves in. You have a car accident. You've got a health issue. Someone close to you ain't doing well, whatever. All of those are messengers. What am I meant to learn from this? How do I face this with grace? How do I step into this with grace? What is mine to do? What is someone else's to do? Again, I think there's huge grace in knowing when to say to someone, I love you. Do the best you can with it. I have faith that you can figure this out. Because it isn't yours to fix. Our paths walk alongside other people's paths for varying amounts of time. I've had people who've been in my life for the duration of a course we took together, or for the period of time that we worked on a project together, or for the period of time that I dated them, whatever. They were in my life just for a period of time. There are other people who've been walking the path with me almost the whole time, right? So, what about for you? What are some of those messengers who are present for you right now, holding the message, waiting for you to notice them and take the message, accept the message? What am I meant to learn here? And again, I do believe when we figure out what we're meant to figure out, sometimes those messengers go about their business. We don't need them present anymore. That's okay. That's okay. Not everyone and everything is meant to be in our life forever. Okay, the spirit of the toadstool says, beneath the surface of your life, miraculous changes are occurring. Something that you thought was ordinary is, in fact, remarkable. And I love that because that mirrors that concept that on the 3D level, it might look like nothing's happening. It might look like things that are happening are mundane, and they have no value, blah, blah, blah. But on the 5D level, the angels are singing because it's such a big, hairy deal. Look for those kinds of things. What are the little things? So I've got a Zoom today with a developer in Dallas, Texas, and he's made some very interesting projects happen through being creative. So I invited some of the people that I like brainstorming with to be on this Zoom also. And I'm interested to see, A, what he has to offer us, B, what each person on the call picks up, because we're all going to be looking through different lenses, hearing through different intuitive ears, etc., and how it might help us coalesce as a group in terms of, and now what are we moving forward? How do we support each other's projects? How do we make some stuff unfold? How do we open ourselves to receiving the toadstools that are going to be part of that growth, right? Sometimes it's just about showing up. It's just about showing up. Oh, here she is again. Wonder what she's looking for now. Okay. Something that you thought was ordinary is in fact remarkable. You are in a time of rapid spiritual and material growth. Intentional community, anybody? Get ready and hang on for the ride. So, interestingly, the hanging on for the ride, what was I listening to last night? Oh, that was the Amanda Ellis thing. She was talking about, okay, we've agreed, we've gotten on the roller coaster. No, the rocket. She was using a rocket as an analogy. We've gotten on the rocket, we're strapped in, and we're like, why did I do this? Was this a good idea? Thank you, Cindy, for posting. I appreciate it. Was this a good idea? Maybe I want to get off. And hearing, nope, you've committed to the ride. We're off. We're going. So isn't that fun name? Toadstools. Toadstools. And I love the images of critters sitting on on them. And I'd see that when I'd be walking TJ or Missy, whichever dog I had at that time, out through the woods. I'd see little critters sitting on things, or where they had nibbled at the toadstools. Magical place, the forest. Magical place. If you haven't indulged lately in forest bathing, go for it. Go for it. Awesome stuff. So that is our card for today. Toadstools. It kind of has that what word did they use? Enchantment. That enchantment effect to it. So there they are again. You can see them all around her, right in front of her. The ones with the red caps. Love it, love it. You know, and sometimes things like this trip off an odyssey for me. Let's see. Oh, wonderful. Fabulous. Okay, so Cindy's listed some free sessions that are being offered by someone called David Key, the Awakening Challenge. Fabulous. Check it out if you wish. That's awesome. This can be one of those things that starts you on an odyssey. So where I first kind of heard about this, absolutely true, Beth, absolutely true. First place I heard about this was nowhere to go. Anywho, squirrel. Taking these, I know what it was, The Secret. Rhonda Byrne talks in The Secret about the unfoldings of things, that she'd be doing a Google search on one thing and she'd end up at a different place, but it was exactly the information she needed. Or she'd click a button and it would take her to the wrong tab. Wrong. Good morning, Lisa. Glad you're here. Welcome. That is the divine unfolding. That's it happening. So toadstools, that word is intriguing me. So I'll probably Google search, what's the origins of the word toadstools? And just see where it takes me. Then I'll do images of toadstools and look at a bunch of them. Yes, exactly, squirrel. Oi, 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 oi. That is me. Oh, shiny. But I have gotten to the point where, you notice, I was able to pull it back. Didn't totally derail the train of thought. Just off onto a siding for a little bit. Yeah. So, today, what will you do to enhance your own enchantment? To enhance your own enchanting life? What would you like to investigate like that? And again, on the 3D level, that might seem like a foolish waste of time, as my grandmother would say. But in fact, that might be more important than the things I'm supposed to be doing today, right? Where's the priority? Can we allow ourselves to delve a little bit into the world of enchantment and those energy portals to the higher realms, and just enjoy how that grounds our earth experience, but expands us into way more that's possible. Have an awesome Wednesday. See you again tomorrow morning. I'll be here on Thanksgiving Day, most definitely. I'm making desserts today, and then the only thing I'm responsible for tomorrow is throwing the ham in the oven. Yes, we're doing ham. Everybody voted down turkey. So I'm sure the birds are happy, the pigs are not. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including opening space for that enchantment in your life. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.